Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you can hear me loud and clear, just type in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you can hear me loud and clear, just type in the chat box if you can hear me. So we begin. Welcome to the new trading week. Welcome to the new trading week. Good morning, Mr. Shei. Good morning. Good morning, Ovizino. Good morning, good morning. All right, okay. Now you are welcome to the market call-up brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team. And this week is going to be a very great week because from what we've been seeing in the Forex Factory, we discovered that it's going to be a very great one because there's no much noise this week. So your strategy is working, you get to know well this week. All right. Okay, so this morning we'll be going straight into the analysis. We are going to be starting with the precious metal, and from the precious metal, we are going to be moving to Japan to see what is going on with the yen basket, and from yen basket, we would now move across to the other pair just to see to DSY and to the dollar correlated pair to see what exactly is going on. So this morning we'll be starting with the precious metal, and I believe we all can hear me loud and clear. Okay, so this morning, let's see what is the real matter on the precious metal. Where are we heading to in the course of the month? Knowing fully well that this week is the last week of the month, and we may see what exactly would play out on the precious metal. All right, so on the monthly time frame, you can see the February candle is extraordinarily bullish, meaning all throughout this month we've been bullish. So the question now is, this last week of the month, can it, undo what it has done? All right, meaning can it sell all the way down to the January candle or to that flip zone just as we have here? Is it possible? Yes. Will it happen this week? I don't know. All right, but let's see what exactly are we heading to about the precious metal. Now, looking at what we've been seeing all through, it's very much bullish. So we are still in a bullish trend. So any sell we see is just in a very small scale. All right, and where are we selling to? We are selling into the cut of the trend line. So we are going to see that on the lower time frame as time goes on. Now, on the weekly time frame, again, you are going to see on the weekly time frame is being a bullish move all through. Even though last week, at the close of last week candle, we saw more like an inverted arm here, this particular candlestick pattern. And we're hoping that at the opening of the market, we just see a little bit retracement to the upside, then price will start tanking to the downside. But we see how the buyers took over in the course of the market again. That is telling us that the overall trend still remains very much bullish for the gold spot. All right, so meaning all throughout the week, we are still going to be very optimistic about the buy trade. However, we won't lose sight of after the long buy, there should be a pullback, a bit some level, even if it's going to be to the trend line for price to continue is bullish move all the way to the upside. All right, so let's check on the daily time frame what we have on the daily time frame. Now, for the daily time frame, all we are seeing is price is extraordinarily bullish all the way to the upside, all the way to the upside. Even though the last 4 days, I mean, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even today, although we've not seen the end of the day, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we are seeing that price was trading within a range. If you can see the daily candle for Wednesday, as you can see, this for Wednesday, for Thursday, and for Friday, price was just ranging in between those levels. You can see it, but within the range too, it also created an all-time high again on Thursday at the Thursday morning. Yes, it created an all-time high again all the way to the upside. So could it be that it just used that one more like a pick out for it to pull back into the trend line, and we can see the continuation? So let's check the 4-hour time frame to see where exactly are we now heading to. Now, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, you are going to see that price is still very much bullish to the upside. Particularly if you keep following the trend line that we drew all the way from this level, you can see that our price is just bouncing off that level, all the way to the upside. However, for the past few weeks, like for the past 2 weeks ago, right from the beginning of the month, we've not seen price, retrace back into that trend line, just as we know it all through. But this week we are trying to look out for price, to sell a bit into the trend line. Then it will now continue its buy all the way to the upside. So where exactly are we looking out for if we are going to see any sell structure for us to sell, or where exactly are we going to see any buy opportunity to take? Now, the buy opportunity, the only buy opportunity I am seeing on the precious metal this morning is just lying around the to take out this liquidity level that we have here, because we may have something like this for price to take out this level. You can see just the way it is right now. So there's high probability we have price take out this level this way. Then now continue price move to the upside, meaning we've seen our price take out this level here. So this is the proof of liquidity, create liquidity, then break to the upside. So I'm expecting price to come a bit more to take out this level, and we are going to start buying to the upside, because this that we are seeing here is to show that it's now that price just broke out of that level. So price should come all the way to that 28 spot 78 level. Then we can now see the move all the way to the upside, because on the 4-hour trend line, that's also more of a confluence for price to get through for us to be trading all the way up for the precious metals. Now, are we going to just stay put and watch our price sell all the way into this level? Yes, if we want to, and if we want to follow price all the way down here too, we can still do that. Then that means we are going to refine our entry into the lower time frame to see exactly the spot where we are going to see our entry for the sell, so that we can follow it all the way down here, then take off, upload somewhere here, and then begin to buy back up again. All right. So let's check on the 1-hour time frame, where exactly is everything lying. All right, good. You can see on the 1-hour time frame too, it also becomes much more obvious here how that price swept liquidity, created this shoulder here, but couldn't break this level and retrace a bit to build liquidity again, then later break the level upside. So I'm of the opinion that this low that we are seeing here, just as we analyze on the 4-hour time frame, is still going to be taken out. It's just a matter of time. Now, if it's going to be taken out, where should we now look for opportunity to short all the way down? Now, this is where I am looking out for to short all the way down. All right. Now, look at what price did here. You can see low, high, created a new high here, which is the higher high, but price couldn't break this low before. Then created liquidity, build liquidity here, and now come to clear this low with a wick. Now, someone would say this is not a high probability trade. Yes, you may be correct. But since we've seen a wick traded below this level, giving some level of market support. But if you look at the whole of this level here, it's still looking more like a range. All right. But what exactly should we look out to do in the course of the week, particularly today into tomorrow? Me and I are optimistic of seeing price taking out this particular high here. All right, just as we have here. So I want to see price take out this high, and when price takes out this high, then we now look for our sell entry. Sell entry, that's what we look for here. Then with our stop loss somewhere around this high. So this high, the all-time high, should be protected in a way. So this is it. Because I'm saying for the precious metal today. All right, so we just have our stop loss somewhere around this high here. Around the 2956 level. All right. So after price already take out 2950 level, then if you see any sell structure within this zone, then we can easily follow through to downside. Now, when I mean follow through to the downside, the 100 pips is more like a nonce for the precious metal. Yes, when you get that, you may just exit trade. However, where I'm still seeing the precious metal pull back into is the 2,877 level, which is coming to play this low that we have here. All right, so that is my outlook for the precious metal today and moving into the rest of the week. So for the rest of the week, you can see Just let's quickly check 15 minutes if that gives us good. You can see what is happening on 15 minutes. Now, for price to take out this place. Now, price will just take out this place and I will jump into for the sell. Why? Because I can see the third root that happens somewhere here. So there is still high probability that we are going to see a sharp move just to clear liquidity around it because of the problem that happens here. However, I'm of the high opinion that this place can still be protected if price take out this level. Meaning, if we see price take out this level, liquidity level here, and we look out for our sell signature and it comes within here, we can give it a first trial with stop loss somewhere here. But if price takes out this particular level here and we now later see a sell signature again, that means we should look out to just short a bit around the top of here. All right, so that is for the precious metal moving forward. So that's for the precious metal moving forward. Let's quickly get to Japan to see what exactly is going on the yen basket. Now for the yen basket, just as we said last week that we are in a bull, we are going to have a bullish week, and we can see the weekly candle very bullish for price to come and clear liquidity at this top here. Then we'll now begin to see the sell-off to the downside, which is exactly what we saw last week. Because of this double top, we've seen price tested this place for the first time, second time, and the third time. However, the third time is just stalling in between there. So that is why we are of the opinion that price is more likely to come all the way to clear that high. And that is exactly what we see played out last week, how that price cleared liquidity there. So let's move to the 4-hour time frame of the yen basket. Let's quickly check the daily time frame to see what exactly is going on the daily time frame. Now, for the daily time frame, we are going to observe that is exactly, it now becomes much more clearer after this bullish swing that we have to the upside. Price has been ranging for a long while now, if not up to almost 6 months or even more than so. You can see since August last year that we have this bull run to the upside. We've been in a very long range all the way. And now we are seeing that after price already clear liquidity here, the next move we are expecting is for it to come and clear this low too. The liquidity builds here. But if you go to the weekly time frame, you are going to see a reference point inside of this zone, just as we have here. But I'm of the opinion that price should come and take out this low before we continue our bullish move to the upside. However, if you streamline it to the 4-hour time frame, we are going to see some microstructure inside of it. And where is it here? You can see after the clear of liquidity, if you're on our mailing list, we are going to have gotten this since yesterday night, out before the open of the market, how that we expect that price should trade down all the way to the downside here. So where exactly are we expecting for the 4-hour time frame to get to? So we are of the opinion that for the 4-hour time frame, price should trade for this week particularly to first trade all the way to this 4-hour order block here after taking out liquidity block here. So this 4-hour order block when price gets there. Why? Because we already see our price to have liquidity here before creating the high at this top here. So we expect price to trade all the way below here into the 4-hour order block. And you can see just beneath the above the order block, we have just our fair value that very tiny. You need to train your eyes to see that very clearly. You can see this is it between this bearish candle and this bullish candle just within here. So that is where I'm expecting price to tap this order block, then push it back up again for it to now pick a clear direction. So this week move for the yen basket is this, meaning we want to see the first the 4-hour sell to the downside, then push back to the upside. Now, if this is happening for the yen basket in the course of the week, what should we expect on the other yen correlated here? So let's quickly check the yen GBP JPY, then USD JPY and AUD JPY. Now for GBP JPY, you are going to observe that on the daily, let's quickly check on the daily time frame. It has more like a similar, price action with the yen basket, just as we've seen that before we are working with this trend line, and you can see how price has been bouncing off it. But since we've seen the break of the trend line to the downside, Now we now see price tested this level and is pushing towards the downside again. That is on the daily time frame, which is still also giving us a free information from what the inside will. If you look at it on the 4-hour time frame, you are going to observe for the 4-hour time frame for the yen basket, GBP, JPY rather, we are going to observe that all we are seeing is price, selling. It sold all throughout last week. Last week was a sell trade. And remember on Friday, yes, Friday London session, yes, I remember that was when we took this particular trade. How that said is going to sell into somewhere below here, and now on the 4-hour time frame, we've seen our price traded into the 4-hour reference point, which is this fair value gap. And now price pushes upward and is now pulling back again. Now, because it's pulling back again, we already know the overall move of the yen basket, which is a sell for this week. Now, that should give us a pre-information that we should look for more of a push to the upside for GBP JPY too. Knowing fully well that GBP JPY, it's left a level untouched, unmitigated at the top here, sometime some weeks ago, which was on Tuesday, February 18th on Tuesday. It left this high unmitigated and it started selling all the way to the downside. So I'm of the opinion that we may just see that move back this week to that level before we now begin to see any sell. And now this time around, this level here that we marked sometimes last week may not hold again because of this massive sell we've seen. So it will just come clear liquidity here, but still, clear this double top that we have here. You can see it here. So if you draw your zone somewhere here, you are going to see the double top there. So price should still come all the way. So this is what I'm trying to say for GBP JPY for the week. So we may see price come all the way, clear this double top that we have here, and which is to that trend line again, clears it, then we now begin to see move back to the downside, just as we have an inverse for the yen basket. All right. Now let's go to the lower time frame to see where exactly are we heading to on the GBP JPY. For the lower time frame, we've not really had any on 1 hour particularly, we've not really had any clear market structure shift on the 1 hour time frame. However, I would think we should look at the lower time frame, particularly the 15-minute time frame. All right. Now, for the 15-minute time frame, we've seen a clear market structure shift. However, I'm still of the opinion that price has the high tendency of clearing the Asian low. When you see price clear the Asian low, then where do I really want to long GBP JPY from? I want to long it from this other block that I'm seeing here. So let me just mark that out. So I want to long it from this other block just the way we have it here. All right. So we want to long it from here. So this other block should, send price to the upside. Now, two things happens there. We have the shoulder somewhere here. You can see this is the shoulder within the sweep of this shoulder here. And we've seen the break of it. But before the break, price giving an order block somewhere here. So what I'm going to do right now is where I'm going to put my entry point somewhere around this level here, inside of this order block. And you know why I'm trying to do that with my stop loss just below this pip here. So that's like a 25 pips, 23 to 25 pips SL, somewhere below here. Then where are we targeting? We are targeting that 4-hour high. So that is the move for the day, what I'm looking out for GBP JPY. I'm expecting price to tap into this order block, then we buy from there to the upside. So that is the trade for the day, and the move for the week for GBP is more of an up move upside. So we want to see how that price, buy all the way to that trend line before selling back to the downside. Okay. Knowing fully well that on our weekly time frame for GBP we still expect more sell. So this week it's just more of let's just catch the retracement to the upside before the continuation of the sell to the downside. Now for USD JPY, we are going to observe that for USD JPY, this is what we still have in the market. particularly from the daily time frame. Let's check from the daily time frame. This is it. On Friday, we were expecting that price should react off this daily order block, which was even since Thursday and Friday, it did some extent before it reverses back to the downside. But what I'm still seeing on the GBP now is how that price has really, this looks, let's check it on the 4-hour time frame. So it becomes much more clearer for us. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, this is exactly what we're seeing. So we see how price took out liquidity around this level. We see how price took out liquidity around this level, pushes to the upside, came back to test it, and then create a clear market structure shift on the daily time frame. Now, where are we heading to for the USD JPY? Where price is currently now for UJ, we see that it came all the way back for this low, this shoulder here. That is exactly what price did. Let me draw that so we all can see it much more clearly. Now, if you trace this line to the other side, you can see that's exactly where it came back for before the reaction to the upside. Now, since we are looking out for USD JPY, selling for this week, so we may see, although we are still going to hear the analysis, what we are expecting on the dollar for the week when CJ is up. But for USD JPY, since we are expecting the yen weakness for a little bit for this week, then we may see just a little bit push for the USD JPY this week, knowing fully well that dollar is currently bearish. All right. So two things happen for USD JPY. It's either we see it range or we see it push a bit to the upside. Just something like this for it to trade into this flip zone. When price gets to this flip zone, then we can easily follow back all the way to the downside. So the retracement of the USD JPY is not, it won't be as massive as that of GBP JPY or AUD JPY. So we may just see price do something like this, just retrace a bit into the flip zone, then begin to sell back again for USD JPY. All right, for 1-hour time frame on USD JPY, we've not really seen a clear market structure shift, just the way we are seeing right now. Something here which may be more clear on the 15-minute time frame, just the way okay. Now for 15-minute time frame, we've seen how that price swept liquidity here and pushes all the way to the upside. So I'm still of the opinion, if price comes all the way to clear this low here, just the way we have it here, to clear this low, the mid-Asian range. So when price clears it, and we should look out for, if we see price clear this low and tap properly into this order block, we may want to see how price reacts to the upside if we see any by any signal. Particularly if it comes all the way back into this shoulder here. So we may want to see, if we see any buy signature within this particular zone, then we may just take it all the way into that 4-hour flip zone and get out of the trade. Or else price may just get here, push a bit to the upside and start ranging. But if you begin to see the range, you may just want to short out of the USD JPY trade. And lastly, for AUD JPY, which also have a similar price action, very clear, very straightforward. For AUD JPY on the 4-hour time frame, we have similar things playing out there too. You can see how that price came all the way to the shoulder sometimes last week or early hours of today, and now we are pushing back to the upside. So that is it all the way to the upside. All right. So that is that for AUD JPY, USD JPY, and GBP JPY, and including the precious metal. Right now, we'll be going into the analysis of DSY and also the other DSY correlated pair, dollar correlated pair, GBP USD, Euro USD, and DSY itself. So stay tuned till we come back again. Once again, I'm Nick on sharing. Cheers and God bless.
Good morning and welcome back to the market color for today, the 24th of February 2024. We hope you're having a wonderful time already, and we're wishing you once again a peaceful and a profitable week. So we're going to go straight into the market analysis for the remaining part of this new London session. We'll be looking at the dollar index, GBP USD, and then I'll be rounding off with Euro USD. Okay, so let's go straight into the charts. Now, if you see the dollar index, I think last week we're highlighting how that the dollar index on the weekly time frame is still bearish. It's still very bearish today, as we can see. And then we're expecting to see how that the dollar index is going to resume on the weekly time frame. I mean, it's bullish, not bearish. It's very bullish on the weekly time frame. We're looking at how the dollar index can resume its trend from where it currently is at the moment. Okay, so we're looking at some points of interest that could align our bias on the dollar index, which is being bullish. And one of the things we cited last week is this box pattern right here. So we want to see how the dollar index is going to react off this level, and then possibly this may trigger a new resumption of the uptrend all the way back to I think 110 spot 000 level. So that is what we're expecting to see. But if price doesn't pull up from this place and we see a break of this low here, that means the New York, the weekly time frame of the dollar index has now switched bias to being bearish. Okay, so this is what we're expecting, something like this here and then all the way back up here. If it breaks this level to the downside, that means we are very, very bearish on the dollar index from the weekly time frame. Okay, so this is once again the weekly time frame. We're still in the discount level. We're expecting a pull up from where price currently is. So let's take this yeah. So this is what we're expecting: a pull up from where price is all the way to this level, and then to pull up to the upside. This is what we're expecting on Euro US on the dollar index. Now, if you look at it from the daily time frame and from the 4-hour time frame, we're still very much bearish because, as you can see, on the daily time frame, we've broken structure to the downside. As you can see, this low right here has been taken out. So we're clearly bearish on dollar index, okay, on the daily time frame. So if you look at the 4-hour time frame, still, you'll also notice that we are still very much bearish based off structure. And from what we've analyzed today, we're looking to see price trading into this place. Now, earlier today, when price was opening, there was a volume gap or a volume imbalance right here from the close of Friday to the open of Monday. All right, there's been a volume gap. We're expecting that to be filled possibly today. As you are seeing on your chart, price is currently trending towards that region. If price trades into this level, we're expecting the bounce back to the downside, selling Euro USD, selling the dollar index, I mean, all the way to the downside, okay? So this is what we are expecting to happen on the dollar index. It trades into this level, and then a sell-off into the downside, okay? That's my expectation for the dollar index. So let me draw this for the lower time frame. I'm expecting this to be filled up, and then a sell-off all the way to this point of interest that we highlighted here. Then when price trades into this place, expecting it to resume the uptrend, okay? So this is my anticipation on the dollar index. And let's look and see if that is going to play out today. If it doesn't play out today, then it could play out tomorrow. But this is what I'm expecting. So bearish on the dollar index, but then on the hourly time frame, I would want to buy it into the level and then sell it afterwards. Okay. Now let's look at GBP USD. Now on the weekly time frame of GBP USD, we can still see we are very much bearish on the weekly time frame. Just the price is retracing deeply, and we would want to see where are those points of interest the price will be retracing into, and then what structure will be broken for us to confirm that we are now in a buy trend on the weekly time frame on GBP USD. Now, if you look at this level around 1.28 region, you see that that is the last bearish structure for GBP USD, and it hasn't broken it just yet. The price is trending within this order block on the weekly time frame for GBP USD. You can see it right here. Okay, price is just within that place. We want to see what's going to happen when price trades off from this place, and it's most likely going to be a sell. So if you look at the let's zoom it a little further, so we would have a more accurate point of interest. You can see that there is an order block right there, and price is testing that order block. Okay, so just like the dollar index, if we see the dollar index trading to its point of interest clearly, then we would expect GBP to start selling. But because the dollar index hasn't traded into the point of interest where we expect it to start buying from, we're not expecting GBP to sell as much. Just like Euro USD last week, we're expecting it to sell a little and then continue. Okay. I, for one, I'm looking to see if GBP is going to take out this high where this other block is residing. I really think it's going to do that. And when it does that, we should start expecting a sell. So I'm expecting a liquidity grab around here. And once the liquidity grab happens, expecting a short of GBP all the way to the downside. So this is my anticipation. Sorry about that. This is my anticipation on GBP. I'm expecting it to sell off a little from here and then continue buying afterwards. Okay. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame on GBP. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, GBP looks to be breaking structure. You can also see that structure on the 1-hour time frame. Once it breaks the structure, we're going down. I mean, GBP is going down, right? So we're expecting GBP to now sell into some discount levels before it starts to buy again. Now, one of the levels I'm expecting it to sell to is this level right here. Okay. So if you're looking for a GBP short, this is going to be a good place to sell GBP to. I would sell it all the way to this level. So if you see any pullback from the current trend in price, it's going to be a good place to take a short on GBP all the way here. Okay, so this is something decent for the intraday because you're going to get something like 40 or 50 pips there about on that trade. So once I see any pullback on GBP I'll be taking my sell to the downside. So this is what I'm expecting on GBP until the higher time frame show me clarity. This is what we're going to be doing. So like I said earlier on the daily time frame, we're trading off this other block, but I'm not so convinced that this other block will send price down because this is not the real origin of the whole swing. So I'm expecting that price will take out the liquidity above here, and then we start seeing that sell. So until then, I'll just sell GBP and then at any opportunity like the one I showed you all on the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame. Okay, at any opportunity of seeing GBP around here or around here, because refining the box pattern shows us that GBP could also trade to this level because we have the liquidity point right here. Usually when we're spotting box patterns, we also want to look out for liquidity points before the left shoulder. So we could see GBP take out this low right here and trade into this level. So I'm expecting to sell GBP but that sell is a sell to buy. Just like we're expecting to buy the dollar, but it's a buy to sell, kind of. So similar thing is what we're expecting on GBP. If it sells into here, we'll be buying it all the way back up. Okay. Now for the Euro USD, I'm expecting something very similar on Euro USD, where we would want to see how Euro USD is going to react off this place. Okay, so on Euro USD, I still expect to see it trade a little higher. So we have this level here as our point of interest on Euro USD, so around here, and we want to see what Euro USD is going to do around that place. So I'm expecting to take out all these liquidity levels completely. Okay, I'm expecting to take out this liquidity level completely, and then we'll be selling from here. But until then, we'll just keep taking those short trades on Euro USD. Now, if we're looking at it currently on the 4-hour time frame, it looks like it's caught up within a range. Seeing here as lower boundary and here as the upper boundary. So what we're going to be doing is to be taking buys on Euro USD until it gets to this level here before we sell. So what's currently happening on Euro USD? It's more of a retracement. Once the retracement is complete, and I see Euro USD as at a very discounted level, I'll be taking my buy. So you can look at it this way. I'm citing this order block as my point of interest on Euro USD. Once it trades into that level, I'm taking my buys on Euro USD. This is going to take out the low of Friday, which is a good a good liquidity level. You can also see that price could take out the low of Asia while taking out the low of Friday, trading into the 4-hour order block. We'll be buying Euro USD. So I still have similar buyers on Euro USD, a sell to buy. And once that plays out, I'll be taking my positions on Euro USD and GBP USD, depending on which one shows me clarity. And this is one of the things that our sentiment models are going to show us, going to show us the preferred trade between GBP USD and Euro USD for the session. Okay, so that will be all for today's analysis. Thank you very much, everyone who's turned up for today's analysis. We hope you're able to take advantage of the things we've analyzed from gold, GBP, JPY. We even gave trade calls for the JPYs, GBP, JPY, Euro JPY, USD JPY. We even went as far as AUD JPY. So I hope you're able to take advantage of that. And also replicate your markups on GBP USD and Euro USD. So that when price gets to our point of interest, we would be able to take it. So on Euro USD and GBP USD, we're looking to sell, to buy, because we've drawn our points of interest for the buys on the lower side. Once price trades into there, we would buy it back up. But if we see a good entry sign from where price currently is, we'll sell it into this point of interest and then buy it from the point of interest. Okay, so that'll be all for today. Thank you very much, everyone. Until meet again tomorrow. Sorry, later today by 2 p.m. GMT +1 for the New York market color. Wish you good luck and good trading. Remember to apply proper risk management, and then also note that the FX bootcamp is going to be starting today. We're going to be having an amazing time with our students who have enrolled for the FX bootcamp, and we're going to be teaching all the strategies that we use to analyze the market and get some of the accurate results that you've been seeing from the market color. So if you've not registered, you have a couple of minutes to do so before the bootcamp kicks off. Okay, so thank you very much once again. Until we meet again, wish you good luck and good trading. Cheers. God bless us.